Alright guys, so today we are looking at a new mic from a company called MOMAN. And it's a company that I've had the opportunity to try some of their gear before, especially their little LED lights. This is one of their little light panels that you can get. Great for on camera or for lighting up a little piece of the scene, or if you just need something as a little accent light. They come in different sizes. This is one of their really small ones, but they do make them again from this size, a little bigger, but they work really well. I've been very fond of them, I guess is a good word. And I even use it over in the office a little bit if I want to get a little bit of extra light on a subject, or even when I'm taking pictures of some products. It's great to be able to put up, you know, really close to the box and just kind of get that perfect lighting that you need. It's super handy. I think everyone should have a couple of this style of light with them if they're doing photos or video. But today we're looking at this. This is a new little wireless 2.4 gigahertz setup from MOMAN called the C2, and this is a 2.4 gigahertz wireless lav microphone system. This one is, what does it say here? Comes with one transmitter, one receiver, one lapel mic, compatible with laptops, DSLRs, cameras, recorders, tablets, smartphones, etc., etc., etc. This is the box right here, voila. We're gonna take a look to see what it says about the microphone setup. Take a look at what comes in the box itself, because I think that's kind of important. You guys kind of want to see what's in this box. And then what we'll do is we'll plug it into the little M50 here, and we'll do a little just test here in the room, and then we'll just take it outside and do a little walking test to see what it sounds like when we're outside. Yeah, that sounds good. We'll do that. All right guys, stay tuned. Okay, my friends, so looks like this one here right now, 4.5 stars. It's a new microphone. And of course, this is kind of along that whole, we're seeing a lot of companies, I guess, that are trying to mimic that style of like the Rode Wireless Go. But $132, so a little less expensive than the Go for sure. Right now you can save, and this is on Amazon.com, you can save an extra 10% when you use this coupon. Again, this is at time of filming, so you guys can see it here. Will it be there when you look at this? I don't know. $132.99 for the C2 version. There is a C1 version. I'm not too sure about that one because I don't have it, but maybe you can save yourself a couple bucks, possibly. 2.4 gigahertz, it says about a 40-meter transmission, so that's pretty decent. Supports built-in and external mic, so just like a lot of this style, it's going to have a microphone built into the actual transmitter. And then if you want to use the lav mic, so being able to hide the transmitter, you have that option as well. Auto pairing, which is great, so you just kind of turn them on and they pair with each other. A little OLED screen to display what's happening, and you're looking at about 7 hours of continuous working after a full charge. So for most of us, this is easily going to do us a day on a full charge. So if you make sure you turn it off and back on again every time that you're not using it, you should easily get a full day. But I'm not too sure of how many people would use something like this for recording 7 hours straight, but it sounds like it's possibly capable of doing it. So there you go. Little photo here with lovely setup of this guy on a skateboard. That's fantastic, right? 2.4 gigahertz. There's the microphone, lav mic, quick pairing, all your display information, and looks like it has a little wind muff. So I always like when they come with these little wind muffs. So that's all right. Okay, let's look in the box. Oh, here's some specs for you guys too, if you're at all interested in the specs of this. But here's the box. MOMAN C2. One trigger, one wireless microphone, 2.4 gigahertz. On the back, 40 meters, or on the side, gain controls, OLED, built-in external and internal mic, USB-C charging. Fantastic, we like USB-C. Wide compatibility, and on the back, we get a lot more of the specs. My guess is very similar to what we see on the Amazon listing right here for the transmitter and receiver. Little sticker here is covering some of it, but let's crack it open and see what's in this box. Now, while I'm opening it, just so you guys know, this was sent to us from MOMAN, but not sponsored. They just sent this to us and said, give us your thoughts. Let us know what you think. And usually when I do these kind of videos, I'll give you a little bit of my thoughts, especially based on the price point. You know, we can't expect that we're going to get the same level of quality as we would with something that's considerably more expensive, but based on the price, I'll give you my opinion. But really, you guys will hear what the microphone sounds like, and you guys can make up your own minds, because I think that's really important, because you guys know what your budget is, and you guys know how much you want to spend on a mic, and if the quality kind of is what you're expecting or better, then it's a good deal. All right, here it is. Here's the box, and crack that open. Does it? Ah, nice. First win right off the bat. First win. So coming in, like I said, just over 130 bucks, less than 10%. But I do like the fact that it comes with a little case, because cases are important, right? Here it is. There's the case, because get a quick tutorial, right? Activate your warranty. That's nice. This is going to be your user manual. My guess is, there it is, but my guess is it's not going to be overly detailed, I guess is the word I'm looking for, because it does everything kind of by itself. But, you know, how to care for it, operations, and the whole thing is in English. So there you go. If you're looking for a different language, nope. Now, they may have stuff on their website, so take a look there. And last but not least, of course, we get, let's see, is there a top and a bottom? Hard to tell, but just do a little. I think I'm upside down, maybe. Nope, I was right the first time. There we go. Okay, so everything's packaged nice, so that's good, because one of the things that's always a bit of a concern, I find some of them that you pay a little less money for. Sometimes you get this and they're just loose, so you're like, what do I carry this in? Now I gotta go invest 20 or 30 bucks on a little carry case. This comes with it, which is great. So you get the microphones, these are right here. But first off, you get a whack load of cables. So first off, you get USB-A to dual USB-C. So that's really cool. One cable is gonna charge both the transmitter and receiver. So I like that one cable, really good. Not to say that if you have your own USB cables, you can't use those, but this is a nice single unit, which is fantastic. We have the microphone, so there's our lav mic. We have the little lav tie clip type thing, shirt clip, whatever you want to call it. We have a little wind muff. Now this wind muff is for the internal microphone on the transmitter. So it's gonna have a little click there, really cool. You snap that on, good to go. Then we have, let's see, these are going to be the two different cables. So again, these are going to be what connects to the physical camera. So big thing to notice on these is these are what are called TRRS and TRS. So the right angled one is normally the one that's going to go into the actual receiver, so it goes into the receiver, because transmitter is going to be what's on you, and then the receiver is going to be on the camera. So if you're going into a camera, like for me, I'm going into an R6 right now, I would use the TRS. So it's called tip ring sleeve. So you'll see two little tiny rings on them, right? Two. And then this one here is a TRRS. So tip ring sleeve. Sorry, I went the wrong way. Tip ring sleeve. This is what's gonna go into your smartphone. And especially if you have, let's say, like an iPhone or something, this is where you're gonna need to have that little adapter. So something that goes from, you know, the headphone adapter to get it into that. Now, also on Android devices, you may not have a headphone jack, so you may need an adapter that may go to USB-C. So the right angle is gonna go into the actual receiver. The straight one is gonna go into the camera device. So smartphone, or this one here, same idea. This one's gonna go into the receiver, this end into the physical camera. So I'm gonna end up using this one because we are gonna be using this with my M50. So this is one that's for the camera. This one we can tuck back in here. We do have this, a wind muff. We'll do a wind muff test. We don't need to charge right now. Hopefully there's a bit of a charge already. Oh, we get one more thing, I didn't even see this. We get a little tiny little wind foam for your lav mic. Just kind of throw that on there. All right, you should be off to the races, which is cool. Now it's a little loose. You guys feel that? See that? It's just like, it does its job. Little loose. Would love to see that a little more snug. I could see that possibly. If it's on there, it's fine. But you're gonna watch that, because if it catches on something, that's just gonna pop kind of right off. Now it could just be mine that's been stretched out a little bit, but would love to have seen that a little more snug. But we'll try it. We'll try this gear. And there's your shirt clip, your tie clip, your whatever you want to call it. And this, of course, is going to mount onto this fella, however you decide. Just kind of snaps right on there. Boom. Voila. Voila. All right, last but not least, we do have this. And this is going to be your transmitter and receiver. Again, love the fact that they gave us a case, because not all of them do. Throw that over there. And we have, voila, and voila. Okay. Now these have little, they look a little smudgy right now, but they do have little peely guys. You can peel that off if you want to. And what's nice about these, and I'll give you a, oh, it doesn't really say on the front, does it? Oh, I wish I would have said that too. So you can tell this one just has microphone on it. This has 2 buttons. So the microphone, of course, is what's going to go on you. But they don't have anything physically on the front or back that say transmitter receiver without kind of knowing that. So anyways, you do have your dB button. So I guess that would be for turning on your, maybe like a low pass filter, and then your like a reset button, so it recycles. Again, I would think that that would be used to try to find a different frequency. My thought is that's going to be power. That is going to be where you plug it in to your camera. This is where you charge it, and this is where you mount it. So for this, you'll see it looks like a clip, but it slides right into your shoe, which is really good. I like that. And then this, of course, is going to be the transmitter. So there's the internal microphone if you want to use that. You will see these little slots. Hopefully you guys can see that little slots right there. Move this here around. Little slots there. And that's where this wind muff, you'll see little slots on there as well. And that just kind of lines up, and you just kind of slot that in there. So this should give it a little, there we go. Voila. Right, on it is. Same kind of thing here. This is, on this one, this is where you can plug your lavalier mic in if you want to use that instead, and charging. Last but not least, I'll bring these down here, hopefully you can see this. We will turn this one on, little MOMAN. Turn this one on, little MOMAN. We got some battery, and looks like we're connected. Not a lot of visuals on here, but I would say we're probably pretty good. Hello, hello, hello. And you can see right there, there's a little signal coming up saying that it's picking up voice. So my hope is that's doing okay. That seems easy enough. So what we're gonna do now is we are going to, oh, actually it's nice here too. It actually has a transmitter and receiver battery indicator. I like that. So from the person with the camera, you can see what your battery level is of the person that has this on there. That's a nice feature. I like that. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is we're going to plug this. I'm gonna put this just right on. Ready? This doesn't take much time. That goes right there. We use the TRS. So TRS, we're gonna go into there, into there. Make sure I have a memory card, which I don't. So give me 2 seconds, I'm gonna grab one. 1 sec, hold on. All right, I'm back. Got a memory card, and we're gonna try this out. So that's all connected. We're gonna pop the screen out a little bit. Just kind of fold that over. Good, as far as I know. Get the hand in the right position, get that nice and wide. Okay, ready? And recording. All right, so we are recording right now. Make sure my focus is good. And you guys should be able to tell what this microphone sounds like. Hopefully the microphone sounds good because it's in a good position. This is using the internal. It's got the wind muff on it right now. Not that that's super important when you're inside. Actually, it's not important at all really inside, unless of course you have a big gust of wind that's floating around, which you and I probably don't have. But this sound would be considerably better than what your camera mic would be pulling up, because your camera mic especially is going to be taking in all the room sound, any kind of echoes, whereas something that sits this close to you, what happens is that it gets a really nice direct sound that comes in. So the other bonus, of course, is if I look over here or if I turn over here and talk. And even in a microphone that is used for this setup here, which is just kind of off shot, which is up here, the issue I have with this one, and I'll switch back to this microphone right now, is that if I'm using this one and I'm talking kind of in this direction, it's great. But the moment that I kind of go over here and talk, you'll see that you lose a lot of that sound until I come back here. With a lavalier microphone, especially something that's wireless like this, you know, and I'll switch back to this one now. I can be talking this way, and it doesn't really matter where I turn or look or do anything. I can kind of pop down here or whatever. That sound stays really similar, right? It never really changes. So what we're going to do is I'm going to stop this right now. I'm going to stop this guy right here too. And we're going to go outside and do a little test. So we'll go test this outside and then we'll be right back. All right guys, so we are outside now and there's a bit of wind, actually a fair bit of wind. So this is a really nice test actually to see what the wind muff is going to be like on this microphone, because normally this would be hard. You might be able to hear it rustling in the trees. You hear the leaves, these leaves up here, right? Blowing away, which is good. Leaves are starting to come down, which is sad, I guess, because that means fall and winter. It's all coming. But we'll just do a walk. It's garbage day. See, look, see all the garbage behind us? Yep, garbage day. So it is what it is. But you guys can get a good idea now of this little wind muff guy and what it sounds like outside. Now the other thing I want to do is we're going to go over here and we're going to set this actually up on my car or one of the cars so that we can take a listen to see what this audio is actually going to be like. And if we can get at least a little bit of a distance, we're not going to go to the extremity, I don't think, because I don't think we need to. So we'll come over here, put this down. All right. There we go. That should be good. So we'll kind of come back here. I'll keep walking. Right? You guys can still see me, I think. And this is a good distance, I think, away for most of us. That would be further than most of us, I think, would actually be using a wireless microphone, especially something of this kind of value or budget. If we can get this kind of distance, because if you're recording yourself, I'm pretty small now, so what's kind of the point of getting a whole lot further than that? But you don't want to be at its extremities, because that's when you're going to have some issues. So yeah, that sounds pretty good. Or looks, I think it's going to sound pretty good. I don't know. We'll find out when I go upstairs. Now, the other thing I want to test is we're going to plug this in. So I'm going to stop this for a minute, and then I'm going to plug the lavalier mic in, and we'll try that. Okay, hold on. I'm just going to stop this. Okay, so same idea. We have the lavalier on right now. You guys can see that hopefully. And we're going to go a little bit of a walk again. Same kind of wind. Now, the one thing to realize with a lavalier mic is they're really better used, I think, when you're wearing like a button-up shirt, because you'll notice my mic is kind of pointing kind of off to the side, whereas they should be pointing up to your mouth. So if I was wearing a better shirt, it would be pointing better. But I wear t-shirts most of the time. I wish they'd come up with different kind of clips for those of us that want to be able to use a t-shirt instead of a button-up shirt, because I want the mic pointing upwards, because I don't want to have to, you know, spin that around. But you guys can now get an idea of what the lavalier microphone sounds like. And it should, I don't know if it's going to sound any better, but the bonus of the lavalier mic is that if you have this one and you possibly maybe want better sound, if you go and invest in a better lavalier mic down the road, or you have a lavalier mic that you currently own that is better or sounds better, or you think it's better, try it, because you just plug it in, which is great, especially if you have one that has its own wind muff or just has better sound or whatever. So, all right, we're gonna go inside. I'm gonna take a listen to all this, and we'll give you our final thoughts. All right, let's go upstairs. All right, guys, so we are back in the house, and I've had a chance to take a listen to both just the internal microphone that's inside the actual transmitter. So this little microphone right here, as well as take a listen to the lavalier mic. And both sound great. I actually think the lavalier mic sounds a little better, and that would be the one that I think I would choose to use primarily if you weren't in any kind of scenario where there was going to be a lot of wind. And even outside in the wind, it actually did surprisingly well. If you were outside with a lot of wind, or even like using this as something that you wanted to be able to move back and forth like this, kind of like an interview, then I'd use this with the wind muff. It has a little bit more of a muffled sound, I think, with this, but again, it's got a wind muff on it, so it is taking away a little bit of that sound that's coming through to help protect it from all that wind noise. But at the price point of right now under $130 US, I think it's a great deal, especially since it comes with the actual lavalier mic, and that lavalier mic is doing actually a really good job. I was quite pleased with it. It comes with the little wind muff. Connection was good. That distance that I did with that little bit of a walk where I got to our neighbor's driveway, there was no extra interference, there was no sound degradation, there was no static, there was none of that. It was, like I said, fairly windy outside, and there was no wind sound coming through. There was a lot of that tree or leaf rustle, but that's to be expected. We're not going to get rid of that, and we don't want to get rid of that. That's what's happening outside of us. So if you put something like this up against, let's say, the higher end, like the Rode Wireless Go, you're going to save yourself some money, right? These are coming in right now between $120 and $130 US, whereas let's say the Rode comes in at $200. So almost getting close to almost half the price. Is there much of a quality difference? I don't know. Is there enough to warrant paying almost double? Again, I don't know. I don't think I would. And I've been very happy with the MOMAN brand. Not a brand that a lot of us probably know of because it's not as mainstream, but comes with everything that you want in this little package. Comes with a carry case, comes with all the cables, comes with the wind muff, comes with a lavalier mic, comes with the charging cables. You're pretty much ready to go. Like you're good. You can use this on your smartphone, your computer, your mirrorless camera, whatever you're using. And whatever you may be upgrading to in the future, because maybe you're starting with a smartphone, so you got all the cables for that, but you want to end up using a camera, let's say like an M50 or one of the R series or whatever, a Sony or a Nikon or whatever it is you're using. This will grow with you. And once you get past that, you can look at buying, like I said, better or higher end lavalier mics if you want to get maybe even better sound coming through. So I think it's a great deal. $130-ish, depending on when you guys are looking at buying one of these. Money pretty well invested, I think. I think so. Yeah. All right, guys, I'm gonna leave you there. You guys got a good chance to hear it in a couple different scenarios. What do you think? Leave comments down below if you have used the MOMAN gear, especially the new C2. And if you have any questions, leave them down there too. If I can answer them, I will always try to. If I can't, hopefully somebody that is reading your comment will be able to give you a hand. I'm also going to leave links down below for you guys if you want to take a look at this little mic setup, because buying from our links, always appreciated. It helps support the channel. Anything you get on the Amazon following one of our links helps us. You don't have to pay extra, so super cool. And I want to thank MOMAN for sending us these. Very neat. All right, guys, I'm gonna leave you there. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and we will see you guys next video. Later, my friends.